Check. What's up, guys? Get the visual here in a second. Alright. Go here. Turn my camera on, maybe. Sorry, we're a little bit hectic here today. Oh crap, that's so zoomed in. Why is that so zoomed in? What's up, guys? Get the visual here in a second. Pause this. Sorry, I'm a little bit hectic here right now. Why is that so crazy zoomed in? Let's freaking... I got that in a bad position, don't I? I gotta change those settings or something. Cool. Maybe we'll switch over to the webcam. Webcam's alright sometimes, isn't it? No, this one. I like this one better. Alright, what's up, guys? What's up? The big zoomed in face. I'm not sure why that's so zoomed in. Let's get it a bit more. There. You can see my mustache. Alright, cool. Alright, guys. Good to see you. Sorry that stream's starting a little bit late. We didn't actually trade yesterday at all. I was really looking for a long on... Holy crap, man, that looks crazy. Just a little bit. Alright. So yesterday, guys, we saw, first start of the week, what was it, like Tuesday, Wednesday, something like this? We saw this really crazy move, right, on EU, and I was saying that there wasn't really the best entries anywhere, really, because after the London Open, which is when I start trading, it just rallied up without much of a pullback, and then right around here, that's when I stopped trading. So it wasn't very good for me to actually enter any trades, because I do take my nap right around there. And then the next day, we saw that not quite similar, but quite the opposite. It just faked out in a bunch of different directions, and I did have a losing trade there, but then I had a winning trade. Where was it? I think it was this short, or it was this short or something, and it basically covered that loss. So we essentially broke even for that day, and then again today, there wasn't anything necessarily bad about today. I was just waiting for a more of a pullback after we saw the New York Open here, and it didn't actually get exactly where I wanted to, or I missed it or something. This would have been a decent entry, actually, as you can see on that order block, the retest there. But the only thing was I was looking for a continuation of the trend. And I'm basically just following a couple different things at this point. And I saw the trend for the day as a kind of a slight bearish side, so I didn't want to get in on a long, even though that the major trend was a long. So I was just a little bit hesitant doing that, and I didn't see any sweeps on the other direction. Like, I didn't see any stop outs here. It would have been nice to see a stop out here or a stop out here just below those lows, and then I would have been comfortable entering. So I just didn't enter, and the same basically says to be true on GU. But this was actually a good trade, and I think I just kind of missed it. So as you guys can see, this was actually a really good trade, and I did actually say that something like this was going to happen in the Discord. Let me show you guys, and I don't know why I didn't freaking take it. Let me just show you guys. Look at this. Right? I don't know why I didn't take that. I think I must have been eating. I like to take a little bit of a break and have some food or something at some point. But you can see GU, I had sent this guy to you guys saying that it was going to sweep the GU going to sweep the lows. It was quite obvious. The reason why is because we have this previous low here. We have this previous low here. And actually, I thought that this was going to be the sweep of the lows. I think that's what it was. And it was just a little bit too weak. So I guess they had to come back, get you guys once more with a solid sweep. Looks like they got back down here as well. Those guys all stopped out, and then it went for that rally, right? So that would have been the best trade. That would have been basically the only thing I could have taken all day. Unfortunately, you know, we don't always see them all, and I'm basically only focusing on, I think, the 3 pairs or so. So it's unfortunate we're not getting any trades in. We're just being a little bit hesitant anyways too, which is unfortunate. So what are we looking for here? Click the like button to order KFC. Okay. What the fuck is this nostril cam? Oh, you don't like it? Alright, alright. Hello, beard hair. Alligator oscillator. Cute. I have some serious audio lag, eh? Is it still bad? Is the audio still bad? Please explain more of the sweeps that you're talking about. Yeah, so let's look at the GU sweep here. So basically the sweep is essentially when we're looking at these lows, we can assume that a lot of the traders that are in a long position that got in anywhere in this range, they're in profit now, right? So after it rallies up there, so what are they thinking, right? They want to put their stops below there. So let's say I'm just a regular Joe trader and I entered a long position here on that pullback, and I put my stop, you know, maybe below this guy or something, right? Maybe below here even. Now, after it starts rallying up and it breaks that level, what do I say? I say, oh crap, maybe I'll take a little bit of a profit, you know, and I'll move my stop up so that it's below this low now. Maybe this is just an example of what somebody could be thinking, right? Or they could have entered somewhere there and then put their stop below, right? They could have done this to begin with. And then now it comes back down and it looks for those stops and it sweeps them under the rug, and then we go right back in the other direction. That's what I mean by sweeps. Yeah, I generally, the top here, Umar, I look at the 4 hour or the 1 hour to kind of see what's going on for the day. I like the 1 hour a bit better just because the candles close faster. Yeah, so what am I thinking? What am I thinking going into Friday? I think we're going to see one more rally up on GU here. I think that this should continue. So hopefully we can make a trade on Friday. Personally, I'm basically dead on break even this week because there's been not a lot of opportunity for me, which is all right. That's fine. But maybe Friday we can make something happen here. As for EU, let's look to see where we wanted to hunt for EU. Remember this one from so long ago? I told you guys it would come up here, right? It's going to line up somewhat similarly, isn't it? Maybe we'll see a little sweep above here, stop people out above these levels. This is a little bit closer than the EU, isn't it? So that'd be what I'm looking for. But the thing is, guys, I want to look for a retest of something solid, right? So the only problem is I would love to enter somewhere in this range, right? But I just don't think it's going to happen by that time tomorrow and then come all the way up here. So we might have to do something just a little bit different. Let's look at some different levels here. So this is EU here. That could be a decent level, right? That it comes back down to test. Let's look at the 15 minutes so you can see that it would line up properly with a 15-minute untested level, right? So maybe we can watch those levels there. And similarly on GU, let's look at GU. Maybe something right here. But again, guys, we're going to have to watch it kind of live. And honestly, it's partially the market's just been a little bit aggressive that I don't want to enter, and partially because I just haven't really been looking at the market. I've actually been doing quite a lot of other stuff this week. I've just been kind of focused elsewhere, getting getting a website set up here. I got a developer that we're working with, and we're trying to offer like a pretty cool website to put a couple things on there, member login and whatnot, with a couple features. So I've been focusing on a couple things like that, focusing on trying to figure out my cameras and whatnot, learn all this stuff. So, you know, you don't have to really trade every week. What platform I'm using for trading? I'm using MetaTrader. EU ran today. Let's look at UJ. Yeah, let's look at UJ. Why not? So UJ just been ranging, hasn't it? I like this. Look, there's two options here. See the triple test of these lows? 1, 2, 3. And then you see up here, 1, 2, 3, 4 tests on that bar. And then untested supply zone here. Personally, I don't range trade. I wait for it to fake out to one of the sides, catch somebody, right? And then reverse back the other direction or something like this. I wouldn't range trade that. That's just my personal opinion. Some people might want to range trade this, and and also I'll say do not trend trade this, right? Do not trend trade this, because you have no idea if this uptrend is going to continue or this downtrend is going to continue, right? You don't know if this smaller uptrend is going to go up a little bit higher or the downtrend is going to continue to take over, right? So don't try to trend trade this. If you're going to trend trade, wait for the manipulation, wait for the break, and then the continuation into the trend that you like, right? Or range trade it as long as you want. So options for range trading. You know, I'm not the best range trader, but there's a couple options actually you can take to range trade it. The first would be kind of just trying to buy the lows here and putting a stop, you know, kind of loosely. What you can do, you know, put your target on the opposite side and then just put like a loose stop. You know, it doesn't matter exactly where, just somewhere around there maybe, so that you have a good R trade. Or you can wait for the sweep of those lows. That's probably what I would do. Wait for the move and then the close back within, because we know that this is a liquidity area, right? That's what I would do. Wait for that stop out and then reversal and then target the highs. Or you can just blindly enter and do something like that. You might pinpoint an entry, it's possible. So there's advantages to both, obviously, right? Or do the opposite on the other side here, right? So we have this bar here. This is the top bar that I would be range trading. I think most likely what's going to happen is we're going to see this. Oops. What is this? What is this? What did I do? Oh, oops. Okay. I think most likely we're going to see this hit up there. And then we'll continue that downtrend. That's what I would be looking for. But I'm not sure it's going to happen tomorrow. This will be something that'll probably be a watch for next week. I thought it was going to happen this week, actually. But it hasn't been doing anything. MT4, man, not MT5. Yeah, I use MetaTrader 4. MT5 is more for stocks, I think. What's up, Hunter? Hey, man. How you doing? Look at NJ. Sure, man. Is FTMO a scam? Why do they ask for money? No, they ask for money because they need to cover their losses. And also they're a business. So by that logic, you would be calling all businesses a scam. Right? I mean, I charge to teach people. Oh, no way. NJ finally hit this gap. If you think somebody's a scam just for asking for money, then the entire capitalist economy is a scam. All of capitalism is a scam, man. Everyone's just trying to get money from each other by offering services that may or may not help. FTMO is not a scam though. They actually pay you out. I have some friends that are funded. Okay, so larger time frame, we were waiting for this gap to be filled before we came back down. So I would really expect that this would be the actual reversal point, right? We're seeing the gap being touched here. Look at this. We're seeing these highs, we're seeing the highs barely broken above, and then we're seeing a break back below these levels, right? Well, this level right here, right? But if we looked at the hourly, it probably doesn't look super good. So I would still basically remain bullish, because this is actually, it's not closing below on the hourly, it's just kind of wicking people out. I would still remain bullish. I would expect to see a higher high here. And maybe something like this, right? So if you wanted to draw your little trend line thing like that, maybe something like this. But the reason being is because we want to stop this guy out. We want to get those stops once again before we go down. That would be maybe a guess. And then we'd target down here. Maybe I'll just put an alert. See if I can get an alert, because maybe that'll happen tomorrow. And that'd be a good trade all the way back down to here. The next level up past this. Okay, here, wait. We got this actually here. First of all. Yeah, that could line up like somewhat close, right? Look at this. If you want to draw it from the wicks, there's the wick, right? It could line up somewhat close. Could do something like that. hit those levels then down. That would be really cool. I'd expect something like that. How do I define a trend? I've made a video on that. Like EU is actually dumping. I'm surprised with the action EU is actually making right now. EU's dumping right this second. I made a video on how I define trend. It's a 3-part series. It's using just candlesticks. It's called like price PA based trends or something like that. Make a video or strategy about sweeps. We are tired of being wicked before the price goes in our favor. All right, so you have just notice how zoomed in. Why is it so zoomed in? It wasn't that bad the other day. What the hell? What did I must have changed some sort of setting or something. Oh, maybe because I set it to 4K. 4K, cool. Make a video on the strategy or on the sweeps. Yeah, you're tired of being stopped out. So a couple options for getting stopped out from sweeps is, one, you can decide to put your stop further, right? So let's look at GU here. This is something you could do here. Okay, so if you wanted to get into a long here, you said, okay, I'm bullish because the uptrend or whatever is coming back down. It tested that level, right? That's why we're getting bullish here. Boom, tested this level, bounced off the level. We're bullish, right? This is actually such a beautiful pattern, and I'm kind of upset that I missed out on it. So I totally knew it was going to happen too. Okay, so let's say that you entered here like we talked about earlier in the stream, right? And you wanted to put your stop here, but you knew that there's going to be a lot of stop outs here. You could always put your stop at the next level behind, right? Just behind the previous level. And mind you, this case, it would have maybe hit you still, right? Just behind the previous level. Actually, it wouldn't even have hit you, right? If you put it right on that low, it wouldn't even have hit you. So that's one option, is put it a little bit wider, and I always would have gone with the previous level. Or you can wait until you see the manipulation. So here, the only problem with that is I knew that the manipulation was going to happen here, and I would have assumed that this was the stop out, and then it rallied, right? So then you can, the only problem is then it's less likely, but you can still get stopped out again, right? So if you entered here and you put your stop here now, then you're going to get stopped out anyways, because it did it. It literally did it twice, right? It did it up here twice also too. Look at this. Stop people out, stop people out, stop people out, stop people out. That's like 4 times in a row before it made its move. That's really, really rare. Usually you'll only see one. Usually you only see one. So it'll do this and then it'll go. Yeah, this is crazy. GU dropping. Yeah. That'd be nice if it can drop for the Asia session, and then we could get in on a nice long or something. For Friday. What are my indicators? I only use a session indicator. A session here. I only use the session. Oh, you want me to move this? Oh yeah, I can move it over here. Yeah, you guys don't need to see. You guys don't need to see the price, do you? Okay, that's a better spot. Oops, that's a better spot, isn't it? For the camera. Do Bitcoin. I don't know, man. So fundamentally, like long term, I'm long on Bitcoin. Short term, I'd like to see a pullback. So let's look at the weekly here. So on a weekly level, we actually hit that, right? Supply zone, supply area, right? So naturally, we'd like to see a pullback. And maybe we could see it back to this, and then it can create kind of that, you know, inverse head and shoulders type pattern that a lot of traders try to go for. Right? If we come back to this line, 6K-ish, that's roughly where I would like to be buying the majority of my Bitcoin. If we're looking at a lower time frame, you can see how it's lining up with that level. On the daily, that's the supply zone right there. I'll just draw it out. Right. We really need to get below this for me to start to be really bearish, right? That's the move that brought us into the highs, on the daily at least. As for right now, if we go down to the 4 hour, my head is huge. Yeah, oops. Yeah, I think it might have been because I changed the camera to 4K that it made it more zoomed in. I'm not sure. Okay, so here we have an untested supply level on the 4 hour, right? You see this one? So I'd like to hit that before we go down. That would make a lot of sense. And then break below there. We'll have to watch to see how it reacts there. If you are trading Bitcoin, I'm just waiting for a lower price. We could come up a bit higher. We could stop people out of up here. You can see that we have 2 highs being touched here. So we could come up to like 11K and then come back for a retracement. But I think ultimately we're going to retrace to at least sevens somewhere around there. And then we can get for a good buy opportunity. Right. That's where I'm going to be buying a lot more of my Bitcoin. Oh. How much am I making? Oh. 100 million, dude. I'm making 100 million a second. Okay. Just kidding, I don't make any money. I just teach you guys. I don't actually know how to trade. Odd USD, maybe we'll look at Odd USD. So we got a little bit higher to go on Odd USD to hunt this high, right? So we have this level here that we would like to hit for supply. Then we have this top, that would be a nice little sweep. So I'd love to get a little bit higher. Same with the rest of these, right? EU, GU, AU, all of this stuff. Dingus Squan. How hard is it to pass FTMO? If you want to get the 10%, it's incredibly hard to pass. I think they said like 95% of their traders don't make 10%. In the first trial. Because making 10% is pretty tough, actually. It's pretty tough to do it every month. So they let you do it multiple times. I usually don't make 10% right now per month. I usually only make like a few percent a month or something, like maybe like 5% a month. Cool. U-Swiss, we'll look at U-Swiss. U-Swiss is going to be the same as EU, I think. So on this major, on this major scale here, we had this previous highs be swept, right? That's the weekly. Look at this. That's why I drew it like that. Okay, here's the logic. We've been talking about this. So we had this level be met, right? And a little bit swept past, right? And then it really rallied back up. So after we started rallying back up and started breaking levels back in the other direction, we knew that it was going to come back up here, right? It just swept it completely, so now we're good to reverse, right? So that's what I've been kind of thinking. This would break down. Right, this would break down. This is not an actual trade, by the way, but so now that it actually looks like it might be breaking down, we can see levels being broken. It might actually continue for a while. It's a little bit too early though. You're really gonna have to wait for a trend to form here on the higher time frames, at least. On the lower time frames going into tomorrow, obviously we can just short this, right? This would be a great short. Up here at this breaker here. That'd be a great short right there. Maybe I'll put an alert. I'd like to short there. See it on the hourly? Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be a really good short. I think that would be smart. Fraud. You broke, man. Yeah, dude. I am broke, dude. US 30. We can look at US 30. There's a couple levels of importance. It's the current level here, and then a bit higher, right? There's no reason. I don't see this reversing yet. fundamentally, there's still a lot of issues going on in the economy, so it should drop sometime soon. But we just have to wait somewhere in this zone, right? Let me just draw. Actually, let's draw it on the daily. I like the daily level better for this. Okay. Candle body. So I mean, this is a decent level for it to reject off of, but it's too early. And I wouldn't short this week, honestly. Wait till next week to see if we could actually start breaking down some levels, and then we can actually start looking for shorts. It hasn't done anything yet. If anything, this is actually being really bullish, right? You're seeing sweeps of this low, and then you're seeing sweeps of this low again. Right, and then you're breaking to the upside, breaking the levels that brought us to the lows, right? See that? Really bullish. We're coming back down to test it. This is the order block, right? This would make sense for it to continue. Alright guys, I think that's enough for today. I just want to do a quick little stream, make sure you guys know what's kind of going on in the market. I think the vlog video might be a little bit boring trading wise this week, because I don't think I've really done any, but I'm gonna go camping tomorrow, so I'm gonna see if I can upload that vlog before I go camping, and then I'll see you guys on Monday. I think I'll stream early in the morning. Yeah, camera upgrade, dude. I got the Canon EOS R with one of their RF lenses. It's like 5K total. Quick question: do you pay high fees on your trade? USD for 5. I don't know, man. I don't know what I pay. I pay $7 per lot. Alright guys, I'll check you guys tomorrow. I'll do a quick stream again tomorrow.